When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. When you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up of the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up of the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look where the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
PPP will take care of you from erection to resurrection.
PPP will take care of you from PPP will take care of you. PPP. And then Rob, the ERC dig it in him. Listen to him. He's my friend, actually.
PPP will take care of you from erection to resurrection.
So this is the kind of guy that I just want to get up and do an earphone on him. Y'all know what an earphone is, right?
National player!
Showtime. Yeah, Guyana. That's why I'm saying y'all gotta pray for Guyana. You know, speaking of praying, good night to Anna Ferguson. Have you guys seen her? Tag her right now. Tag Miss Anna Ferguson right now. Let me leave Miss Ferguson alone. She's out there on the ground. She's doing her thing, and now is not the time to distract and to go after people, not because she ran across the road, dropped her puri to hug Priya. It's okay. Tag Anna, tell her I say good night. And they're still on the ground fighting, you know. We got to give them credit for that. Sometimes they take a little jab now and then, and, and then says she going to pray for me. Good night to Miss Ferguson. Good night to all of you. Hey, what's happening? Janet Elias says she fed up of chocolate. All sort of things she fed up of. Good night, Miss Booker. How are you doing? Hey, let's go to this here. Y'all know what this is about, right? And this is supposed to Guyana. And people always think that, Guyana and the people are going to benefit and all sort of people ain't getting nothing. All the people getting is frustration upon frustration upon frustration. That's all that's happening. And the big ones in Guyana are getting richer and richer and richer. And those who are not from Guyana are getting richer, 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 richer. And what are you guys? What are the people in Guyana getting? What are the ordinary people in Guyana getting? Them a whole katahar, right? That's what the people in Guyana getting. Them a get katahar, right? Turn to your neighbor and say, them a get katahar. Nothing for the people of Guyana. And then occasionally they run out and they bring a little cash grant and they sprinkle a little cash grant in front here and to appease the people, to brainwash the people. And that is what's going on in the country, where some feel they could manipulate and they could control a certain section of the population with cash grant, and then they get others running in with their little money, their little gold dust to brainwash you guys. If y'all wake up something wrong, if y'all wake up something wrong, I shouldn't behave like this, you know. Look at what, if y'all there's something wrong with y'all, man, something wrong, something is wrong. Heather Chin, what's going on? Heather Chin. Ni hao ma. Come think if I look. right? Sheshe, right? Heather Chin, good night to you, right? Every single day is stress upon stress upon stress in Guyana. Every single day. Everybody getting rich and rich and rich and rich. Those who are outside of Guyana going into Guyana, they get the sweetest deal. They get the biggest deal. They get everything and they joke them out and they plug them out and they take it away and they get richer and richer and richer. But you, the ordinary people, regardless of your color, regardless of your hair texture, if you get long hair like me, nice long wigs and thing and lipstick like me, stop it, Mark. Stop it, right? Then you're what is there for Guyanese? You guys know what I'm talking about. The court system is stacked against you guys because a lot of those guys in the judiciary, not all of them, I'm not going to paint all of them with the same brush, they're corrupt. And that's the society that we're living in. Now, again, I want to make this point clear. I'm not painting all in the Guyana judiciary, right, Beverly and Romaine? How are you doing, girl? Right? I'm not painting everyone with the same brush. But all I'm saying is that you have a corrupt system from top to bottom. It's corrupt. It's filthy. That is what it is. It is filthy, guys. And the cards are stacked against you because you do not have a government that cares. A government that does not care about you guys. All they care about is selling out themselves, selling out the country, selling out everything. Just give it away, because they don't care. They might get rich, like Irfan, it is said that they get enough land up the Linden-Soesdijk Highway, land all over. And then they run into your community and they give you a little piece of land like this, right, Donna Barry? Good night to you, girl. A little country baby piece of land like this, and they want you to push your hand in a bag and pull out a number. And then when you pull out that number, from the bag, shake the bag. You get the bag, you pull out a number, and they say lot 45. And then you go down at your lot, and then you get your little, what is it you get? You get your little, your thing in front of your lot number, and you say, lot 45, and you get it in front of you like this, and you hug up your lot. Oh gosh, you get your house lot, and you're happy. And then they put you in the forest, in a swampy area, a bushy. And then you're all happy. But there's no infrastructure, there's nothing. A little piece of land like that, they want to squeeze you guys in. But them Aji, Aja, Pua, them Nani, Nana, them Dabit, them CC, them DD. Everybody, aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandfather, right? They get big land. All over the place. Even a little pig, look at this. Even a little water baby, look at this. Get enough land. And you, the ordinary people, then get a little piece of land like that. You can't even build. You can't even do nothing with them. You can't even park your car underneath properly. Not properly, properly. Y'all know like Sharma, CN Sharma, properly. You can't park, you can't sneeze. You can't flush your toilet. Number one, you can't flush it because they hardly get water to flush toilet right now. You hardly get water to drink, much less to flush toilet. But yet this is supposed to be a $1 billion economy, and the people are starving. Every day is frustration in Guyana. Every day people are complaining in Guyana because you have a government that doesn't care about the people. But them are put on, them dan, right? Them Sunday best like Irfan Ali. Put on his nice little suit and thing, taxpayers' money, by the way. His tie and stuff, taxpayers' money, by the way. His shoes, taxpayers' money, by the way. His bokta, taxpayers' money, by the way. The most expensive things they put on and they travel out of the country. Do you know when they travel out of the country? Every single trip they make is about $5,000-10,000 US as pocket change. Who you think pays it? Who do you think pays it? You think Dilip from India pays it? You think Savitri from India pays it? You think Wang Donglung from Guangdong pays it? Or you think that boom, boom, boom from Nigeria pays it? You think so? No. The ordinary, hardworking people, whether they're from Alice, whether they're from Philippines, whether they're from Kilturn, whether they're from Epsom, right? Kitchen Garden, regardless of where they're from, whether they're from Bartica, regardless, it's the ordinary people who have to repay. And these people are sponging off the ordinary people of Guyana. And then the ordinary people now, they come and they're going to say, cash grant. And then when you get your cash grant, you feel they care about you. You feel they care about your picnic. They don't care about you. Who said that sang that song? Michael Jackson, right? All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Yeah. And then every day, they get a set of accuse at office of the president. They get all sort of fake websites. They get fake profiles. Everything about them fake. And I really do mean everything about them fake. Every single thing about them fake. Oh, gosh. You guys got it right. You guys are able to read between the lines, right, Diane Gravesandi? Sounds like them Gravesandi from Linden. But anyways, good night again. If you haven't shared the link, share the link right now. Eldon, Kendall from Epsom. Where is it? Epsom, yeah, and Eversham and thing. Anyways, good night again. You know, sometimes I see you guys in the odd, and I gotta big you guys up, right? But whilst we're bigging you guys up, Queenie White and others, nobody's bigging up the ordinary people. Helter-skelter, brainwashing people. Someone asked a question. If you see tools, sorry, for a second, some guys from the cathedral might be watching when I say, if you see tools, right? It's only kind of a subtle joke. Only some of you would understand, right? If you see tools at a school, you get knife, you get fork, you get joke, you get joker, you get scissors, you get all sorts of things in the school. If you see stuff, Mr. Squash, welcome. If you see stuff, and someone say, hey, they're like Camp Street prison. I said, don't disrespect Camp Street prison. Camp Street prison don't get them kind of things, them there, right? Not them rusty things there. But, and then they say, whatever happened to the school system? And my response to them was like, hey, the school system is a reflection of the outer society, the wider society. The school system is a reflection of the government of the day. If you have a corrupt government, monkey see, monkey do. When you have leaders who don't care, those who are in office who don't care about the people, the young people said to hell with these politicians. Any and anybody becoming politicians these days. Any and anybody become political leader these days. Any and any paku. Because that is what it boils down to. And so as you get these hustlers who become political leaders, the ordinary people going to say, well, look, we fed up with these people. Well, there's no future in Guyana. Imagine 58% of people are living in poverty. 58%, guys. 58% are, what is it? They are working for less than $6 per day. Look, my 14-year-old boy, Jonathan, he doesn't like to watch this program because he says the politics sucks in Guyana. The politics sucks all over. We're seeing it, right? But we're talking about Guyana. He's 14. He's going to get a job this summer. Yes, right? He's going to get a job this summer. Paying him minimum wage. You know, a little 2 hours, a little 4 hours or whatever. Let him get that experience, right? But I can't wait for his first paycheck. I'm taking the night off, by the way, right? And so what's the minimum wage in New York? I see they want to up it to maybe $30 or so. But he's going to be making, I'm telling you guys, his salary, he's going to be making at least $18 or $20 an hour just for 2, 3, 4 hours a day, right? Yes, again, like when our kids go out and work, right? Yeah. And so, thank you, Carlton. Carlton, you know everything, right? And so 17 or 18, maybe that minimum wage, a little part-time job. Let's round it off to about $20, right? When we do the Wayne, do the math. When we do the exchange, it's about 4,000. 4,000. And Mark, welcome, good night. Mark, welcome, say about $30 a day, right? When we do the calculation about a little 20 times 4 hours, there's $80. That's like about $80 per day. That's like a good $9,000. Could you imagine a 14-year-old in the US? You gotta big him up, right? All the teenagers working, man, making a little $9,000 Guyana dollars per day. And in Guyana, 58% of the people, right? 58% of the people are making less than $6 per day. Could you believe? Could you imagine? And so young people in Guyana, they are of the view that there is no future for them. In order to get a future, you got to hustle. You got to know somebody. You got to beg somebody for a job, beg somebody for a position. There's no longer qualifications. It's who you know. And that is what is corrupting the system. So young people are not getting an opportunity to shine unless you're connected to the corrupt politicians. And then they have corrupt individuals zoom into communities and brainwash those communities with the 50 cent syndrome. Get rich or die trying. That's the society. So do not blame those little kids, you know. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to have joker and all them kind of, them is stories, things that used to happen long time ago too. How many of y'all old people? Let me see how many. Let me identify the old folks watching this show tonight. Denise Booker, old. Heather Chin, old. Beverly Fraser, old. Mary Figueroa, well, she young. Paula Jeffers, well, she young. Mark Welcome, very old. Wayne Caesar, well, he young. Carlton Popo, well, he young. Hazel Johnson, well, she young. Let me see who. Yvette, young. Brenda Braithwaite, young. Audrey Brown, young. Melinda McKenzie, she old. Maxine Monroe, she old. Iris Haynes, she old. And we're going down the list, and you guys know it's a little humor, right? Pastor, Apostle, they're young, right? And so, how many of you recall back in the days? You used to get a little razor blade, get a little cutlass, adult cutlass, you park up in the school garden, because we have a little school garden at Manchester. You get your little school garden, you get your little thing. We always had a little thing. You get a little stick in case somebody wants. You get a brick, there's a brick, right? And you used to identify those bricks. Those bricks you don't miss, you know. I go on to them, you know, a couple of them chaps, like stand on them. Me and they want to see them in Canada. And so the point is, Gordon Fraser, good night to you guys. Is that we always had this: school will be school, kids will be kids. But when you have a society now where you have a government, back then in my days, we had a government under President Burnham cared about the people. Not these pacus who are in here, they care about themselves, their relatives, their concubines, their little boys, little girls. That's all they're concerned about. They ain't concerned about nothing else. Turn to your neighbor and say, they ain't concerned about nothing else, right, Quinary? My friend. And so let me take you guys now to Linden. Y'all want to see what the people, $1 billion economy? Y'all want to see what the people got to live under in Guyana? Take a listen, take a look. This is the water. This is the water in Linden. This is what the people got to drink. Y'all think it's easy, right? This is not propaganda. This is what the people have to drink in Linden. This is what the people have to bathe with in Linden. This is what the people have to cook with in Linden. $1 billion, a little Dubai, the fastest growing economy in the world. They go about and they spend millions of dollars traveling, taxpayers' money, boasting about the economy, boasting about oil deals and all manner of things. All they're doing is selling and selling and selling out the country. And the ordinary folks, again, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of religion, it is the ordinary. The bulk of the people are punishing in Guyana, while the likes of Irfan and Dilip and Jack Deo and that Kunumunu Mark Phillips, the Kunumunu Mark Phillips. Take a listen. This is not propaganda. The people, if anyone from Linden watching right now, you can say whether this is true or not. Let's go. Where is it? Take a listen. Yeah, y'all heard that, right? Let's go again, operator. That is what is happening. Could you guys believe this? I don't know. We got some guys, oh gosh. Linderness, good night. Good night to all of you. Good night to, is it Rayborn, the attorney for that young lady from last evening? The attorney did contact me to make some, some corrections. He didn't receive no 1.5 million and these sort of things. And the attorney Ryborn, I believe, Alikog, did explain. And if he's watching, good night to you, sir. We got to bring him one of these nights on the program and let you see who that young attorney is. Has been practicing, he said, for about 3 or 4 years. And he just wants to let you guys know. And his mom, who might be watching as well, said she didn't raise a son like that. And I believe the mother. I do believe her. So Rayborn, is it Rayborn? Yoborn Alicock, the young attorney who's representing Miss Leach, the young lady that got the acid in her face. We'll talk more about that story maybe by Friday time or so. But let's get back to this water. Let's get back to this water here. And I just mentioned the Alicock attorney Alicock because he's originally, they're Linderners, right? And you know Linderners, we Linderners, right? And so let me take you guys back to Linden with the water, the quality of the water coming from the tap. This is what's happening in Linden. Now, I'm not seeing the Linden people to confirm this here. Where are the Linden people? Where are they? Like cat gone with their tongue or what? Like cat gone with their tongue or what? All right, let's continue on tonight's topic. And that's the water, the quality of water in Linden. And my question is, and let's show you guys, that's the quality of the water in Linden. And this is said to be Yall Prime Minister. Look his face. Said to be Yall Prime Minister of Guyana. Now, I'm not sure whether this is him or but it looks like him. Now, what is this Paku doing for the people of Linden? Can any one of you in the audience say, what is this Paku, Mark Phillips, doing for the people of Linden? He is 10 times worse than Kersinile guy. Y'all know Keroman, right? He is 10 times worse, Marla. 10 times worse, 10 times worse. Look at him. I wouldn't even use this face for Halloween as a mask. I wouldn't. And anyone who comes around me with this face on Halloween, trust me, I'll block out. I will block out. And this is what these people, it seems as though they are spiting these areas. Dilip, also known as Jack, they rush out to say, oh, the bridge is almost completed. Well, the bridge is almost completed. The Linden, Mackenzie, the Mackenzie-Wisma Bridge is almost completed. Thanks to the coalition government for the vision. Thanks to the coalition government for that idea. Just like we said, thanks to the coalition government for the Demerara Bridge. Had it not been for the vision of the coalition, those bridges would not have become a reality. Because you know why? For 23 plus years, the PPP has been in office. Everything remained the same. It just, some of them got worse and worse and worse and worse under the corrupt PPP regime, including sugar factory and sugar estates and all these different things. Those are the things that happen under the corrupt PPP regime. So don't let them fool you guys. Billions and billions of dollars going down the drain. They came out with a 1.5 whatever trillion dollar budget. But with the money there, people cost of living gone up. Headache gone up. Stress gone up. People jumping through windows. People killing themselves. People getting lick dunk on the road. Knock dunk on the road. Every day's frustration. People are fight, people are cuss up, people are drive down the wrong side of the road, them are run between traffic, police cussing up, police spraying up people with mace. They're cuss. There's no justice for little kids. People can do anything to little kids and there's no justice. What about that little girl that was dragged on the streets by 2 welfare officers that we saw? And this was done in the presence of police officers. This is the country, that is the country. Guyana right now is bare frustration upon frustration upon frustration. And every single day, the pastors and the apostles, the good ones, are praying and praying and praying. I don't know. Now, who is this? Who is this person, man? Let me give this person 2 minutes of fame. Development person. Mark, you think development is cheap? It costs money. That's what you're really saying, man. Like you come here for hot my head or like you want to plug out, right? I'm talking about development is cheaper and development in cheap, it costs money. Look, if development person, now I will put my development head on the block that this one here, development person, is a PPP. How many of y'all think that this development person is a PPP? Just because, look, here how we just sketch them quick. And then he can come back and say, no, I'm not for no party. Y'all watch. This is the line they like to make. Now, development shouldn't be expensive. Development doesn't mean cheap. It doesn't mean expensive. It means being done properly. It means putting the contracts and all of these things in the right and experienced and competent and qualified people's hands. That is development. You don't measure development by just dollar bill or dollar signs. It has to be done properly. Not properly, properly. And it's not being done properly. And therefore, it is not cheap because the corrupt government makes it expensive because you got to keep fixing and you got to keep fixing and you got to keep redoing and you got to keep this and that. So development person, me know where you learn about development body or whatever, whether you're a man, girl, or whatever. I don't know where you learn about development. To come here on the show to lecture all of us about development. None of us is buying this crap. And here the brainwashing thing. Mark, you think development is cheap? It costs money. Like $40 pulori, right? And $100 puri with no sour, right? And $200 cheese roll with no cheese, right? And $400 black pudding with no pudding, right? Yeah, development is cheap. Where these banners just come from, man? I bet you he coming back and say nothing or she coming back and say nothing no more. There's how they just come on these programs and try with the fake profiles and they try to come to play as though they could brainwash we. Yeah, the 30 neighbors say they can't brainwash Ben Shop, you know. They can't brainwash Ben Shop. And they just get vexed when they get thrown in the gutter. We don't make joke for Dash. Furthermore, operator, Dash the one in the gutter right away. Dash, now let me give development first or whatever another chance. Let me see what you can come back with. Right? But the next time you come back with dotishness, but development isn't cheap. Huh? Development costs more. Sorry. Development.
PPP will take care of you from erection to resurrection.
These banners has come from my but development. Anyways, good night again to all of you. My name is Mark Ben Shop. What else is happening in Guyana other than corruption? And price of oil going up, man. I went the other day, decided usually $40 or $50 will make sure that the tank is okay. Took me to $75. I nearly come on the program crying to some of y'all, but hey, gas price gone up, you know. Gas price gone up, and when the gas price go up and it's $100, $200, and all kind of thing per barrel, guess what? Y'all think the people of Guyana gonna get richer and richer? No. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't let them fool y'all. We're not seeing proper development. That maybe that's why development. We're not seeing proper development in Guyana. The only development we're seeing is Irfan belly getting bigger and bigger. And Jack Dave, also known as Dilip, he just getting his face gone in and all kind of things. Ain't nothing really happening. I don't know what development they're talking about. There is really no development in Guyana. There's no democracy in Guyana. Absolutely nothing. There's frustration in that country. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Brilliant people too. But they're not getting that opportunity to shine. And if you notice, Dilip, also known as Jack Dave and Irfan and these guys, they're only focusing on India. They're not, I wish they could go, let them go Dubai now. I want them to go Dubai. I will raise money right now. How many of you will pay money for Jack Dave and Irfan them to go Dubai and let them take Mark Phillips and them? The whole cabinet, I want them to go to Dubai and let them go and wrap up. And let them go and make deals. Go now to Dubai. Let them go to Dubai right now. We'll pay their passage to go to Dubai. And when they go to Dubai, I don't want to say anything else. Let them go to Dubai. All right, guys, what else is happening? Look, Guyana is a joke under the PPP regime. It is a fact. It is a fact. What else we could talk about? What else all you want to talk about? Hey, Guyana, look, you don't even get proper boxing, man. You don't even get proper sporting events and nothing proper no more. No proper football. You can't go to the national stadium for that because the national stadium is bare. Chagal kitao balama, Jordadia chagal kitao balama, tilinagite mesohipena. These are all at the national stadium. You don't get, and don't get me wrong, if you could get Charal Kitaro Balamar, Chedadia Chagal Kitao Balama at the stadium, and you can get the Longa Ila Chiga Longa Ila, a big Pagwa celebration at the stadium. It's got to be equal playing field for everybody. Equal playing field for everybody. But you don't get that. The national stadium is only there for one set of people. I don't know if it's because they think that they got a loan from India. And when you get a loan from India, it is not the Indian government that built that stadium. It's the taxpayers of that country who have to repay all of the loans. But you're not getting no balance there at the Guyana National Stadium. You don't get football, you don't get soccer and them kind of things. You don't get that at the National Stadium. Notice, the National Stadium is only for Harilonga ila chica, Harilonga ila chica, boy, Longa ila chica. and all sort of things, right? But stop it, Mark. Stop it. You bring me puri. You bring me roti tonight. I want to eat roti and curry tonight. Right? But you're not getting good shows. You're not getting good events or nothing. Not even the Chris Anderson Sports Hall. Nothing proper. Nothing proper under this corrupt PPP regime. Even the oil and all might get rusty soon. Water done rusty. Gold done rusty. Them done smuggle out all them gold. They smuggle. Them a smuggle gold. Them a smuggle gold so till them a get rich. All these sort of things happening. The drugs still going out. And the biggest set of drug lords in Guyana are connected to the PPP regime. And they're protecting those individuals. But yet they're going to stand up next to President Trump. And if you notice Trump's body language, how many of you guys like to read people's body language? You always know when I come on this program and I'm upset. Y'all know when I come on this program and I'm hungry. Y'all could read body language and facial expression, right? Hungry face, broke face, thirsty face, right? And so the point I'm making, if you are able to read people's facial expression, then you'll be able to read Trump's facial expression. And I'm going to tell you guys this. Trump wasn't pleased with Irfan Ali. You saw Trump? Trump probably said, I don't even understand a word that idiot said. I don't. It's him, right? Facial expression and body language says it. It says it all, right? And for me, when Trump shook his hand, Trump didn't even want to see Irfan Ali. At least he was a little more fond of Kamala Bessasar, right? Because of the name, and he had to find out whether the same name with Kamala Harris and it's Kamala, right? Trump is something else, right? But Trump wasn't pleased at all with Irfan Ali. I don't even think the Trump administration respect the PPP regime. I don't even think so. Maybe the oil deals and so forth, but they do not have any respect. Take a look at that video again. Why you think Irfan and them played it down? Because Trump probably didn't even have no time to meet with them and that's it. And just, usually when Trump likes somebody, say for example, if Trump were to meet me, let's say tomorrow, hey, how are you? Well, he probably might have a problem with me because some people seem to think, I don't know where they got that from, that I look like Obama. When Trump doesn't like people who look like other people, if you know what I mean, right? And so Trump didn't like. That's not a good meeting. It wasn't a good meeting. Lashy on his shoulder. They don't even lashy on his shoulder. It's like, you guys know what I'm talking about, man. Let me continue, right? But it wasn't no proper meeting, right? So now, what else is happening? And we are talking about sports. The only thing we gotta look for now in Guyana is these sort of things. Look what's going on there. Every single day we hearing about some fight, right? This is what Guyana turned to now. Some sort of boxing match that never got on and nothing. So now this guy Doggy and Magnum, right? Every day on social media, Doggy and Magnum. Well, I know both of them. I know both Doggy and Magnum. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about both of them. But look, if this match is going to take place, Doggy, I ain't betting on you, boy. I ain't betting on you. See Magnum start eat dal and rice and okra and all kind of thing. And Doggy, stop with this boxing thing, right? Stop with this boxing thing. But the two of them, this is all we're seeing, boxing every day. Magnum and Doggy. But Doggy, Good night to Doggy. I don't know. A lot of people, young people, might go and watch the fight for truth, but I'm afraid for Doggy. Doggy, you best get some insurance, boy. You best get some insurance. You see Magnum training for you, right? But on a serious note, we don't get proper boxing matches and so forth at the National Stadium or anywhere any longer. We don't. And we got to get back into these things. Well, as you heard anything about our young boxers and so forth in Guyana, we don't at all. But we got to give Doggy credit. Somebody tag Doggy. Tell Doggy I said good night. I know Doggy for years, man. And Doggy is Doggy, you know. I know Doggy for years. But when Doggy, one of the big thing that I respect about Doggy was when Doggy introduced all of you guys to and respect to his father. You gotta salute somebody like that. So Doggy the other day ran into his dad and was able, that's Doggy, and that's he was calling somebody to say, but look, he met up with his dad, and it is what it is, man, right? So big up to you, Doggy. Enough respect for at least not walking away and being shy about anything. So what else is happening in your neck of the woods? As we look on what's happening on the world stage, right? Quinn here. We look like what's happening on the world stage, you guys, wherever you are, you've just got to be vigilant. You've got to be careful. You've got to be extra careful, guys. Extra careful. FBI warns California police that Iran could launch drones against West Coast. Regardless of where you are, be extra careful. We know what happened in places like Guyana when the PPP cuddled up with terrorists. The PPP cuddled up with a known terrorist, Al-Qaeda terrorist, Al-Jamin, is it? Al-Jamin Jukra? Yeah. A known terrorist, Guyanese connection, that under the PPP regime and some individuals still masquerading themselves in Guyana were able to facilitate that known terrorist, Al-Qaeda terrorist, who is said to have been hiding out at one point in Guyana. And he was hunted down and he was killed. He became the leader of Al-Qaeda. He was hunted down and he was killed. The PPP. So the PPP has a history in financing, in protecting, and defending terrorists. So while they're trying to hold hands with Donald Trump and cozy up to Marco Rubio, those guys, Marco Rubio and Trump, they've got to pay careful attention to the PPP. The PPP is only pretending about certain things publicly. But behind closed doors, it's a different story. It's a different ball game. Marco Rubio and Donald Trump, pay attention to the PPP. Pay attention to Irfan Ali. Pay attention to Bharat Jagdev, also known as Dilip. And especially pay attention to Bharat Jagdev's billions of dollars in a bank account in China. Pay attention to those things. They're not pro-Americans. They're not pro-Westerners. They're pro-corruption. And they're pro-terrorist. That is what they are about. Pay attention to them. And I say nothing further. Guyana and the Caribbean will soon or should beef up security. That's just so because if you look at the pattern of the PPP over the past 20-something years, many of you would understand exactly what I'm talking about. Pay attention to the Caribbean. Pay attention to certain South American countries as well, especially in these times. Pay attention to Venezuela. Got to do that. And pay attention especially to those PPP. So now those PPP guys, Irfan Ali, they're talking about drug eradication and so forth and corruption. They're not concerned about that. Now, how are they going to go after drug lords when most or all of the drug lords in Guyana are connected to the PPP regime? Now, look at this list of drug traffickers according to the US. Look at those four persons on this list: Mark Cromwell, also known as Demon; Paul Dabby Jr., Randolph Duncan, Hemnat Saw. Hemnat Saw is a senior police officer said to be connected to the PPP regime. All of them. But yet Irfan Ali, of course, I'm glad that President Trump looked at him with scorn. Yet Irfan Ali is going to be part of some team to go after drug lords. So what are they going to be doing? Going after themselves? And those so-called big businessmen, those overnight businessmen who smuggle gold, smuggle this, smuggle that, all sort of things. All of them are pro PPP until they fall out, and then they start cuss out each other. And then they start pretend as though they're exposing each other. They've got to be careful. They've got to be extra careful with the corrupt PPP regime. Security may have to be beefed up, in the Caribbean and certain parts of South America. These are serious times we're living in. What is Irfan Ali talking? What are they doing about this woman who was sanctioned, this senior PPP woman, senior government official who was sanctioned by the US? Not a word about her any longer. Nothing at all. You have senior police officers who are part and parcel of killing squads of Phantom Squad that still exists to this day. The Phantom Squad didn't start in 2002 and ended 2 years after. It is still in existence. It is controlled by the PPP, some corrupt police officers, some corrupt army officers, and lots of corrupt businessmen. That's what's going on in Guyana. All right, what else is happening in your neck of the wood, guys, as we prepare to get out of here? Still no justice for Adriana Young, right? Wasn't it Irfan Ali who said no stone will be left unturned? No stone. The same thing he said about the Henry boys, the Henry cousins. No stone. He seems to be a stone man. I don't know why he shouldn't be like, was it Peter Cummings that had a quarry? Peter Cummings? Oh yeah, no stone left unturned. But yet to this day, there's no justice for Adriana Young. There's no justice for a lot of people in Guyana, including Courtney Crummy Wing. His family's still awaiting justice, including Ronald Waddle, still awaiting justice, and hundreds of other persons who were slaughtered under the PPP regime. This is what the PPP regime is about. This is what they're about. I don't know. Before we go, though, California bishop is fired by Pope Leo after allegedly stealing $250,000 from his church, making several trips to Mexican brothels. In other words, he went, according to information, to the brothels in Mexico, and he was sleeping with prostitutes. That's according to the allegations, right? $250,000 this man allegedly blew out. This bishop. And we're talking about the bishop in California, right? Not the bishop that y'all know in Guyana. He, according to the Lindeners, he probably has gone linen for nice time. According to Lindeners, nice time. That bishop, so-called bishop in Guyana. Well, this bishop blew out according to the allegations, $250,000 on prostitutes. Turn to your neighbor and say, there's enough money this man blow. Right? $250,000 on prostitutes. There's how much Guyana dollars, guys. I know Lilawati and us there from the country said in Lilawati's voice, I wish I could get all the money. There's enough money. 250,000 US dollars. There's enough money. Lilawati. Enough money. Gosh, I mean some expensive Mexican brothel workers. Wow, 50 million Guyana dollars. This man just allegedly blew out just like that. Just like that. Somebody said, who is it? The man has feelings too. Yeah, you get feelings. They stay in your room and feel all the money in brothels. Oh, Father. Allegations, right? Allegations. What else is happening before we go? Well, I'll see Jermaine Figueroa. Jermaine put in blow is not Jermaine agreeing with the government, the so-called government. Everything the government of Guyana does now, Jermaine Figueroa licking. This man get on Che Guevara hat. And this man saying, time to move on. Time to move on. You know, I'm not a fan of communism. Certainly not a fan of communism at all. But something is fishy about everything that is happening. And so you dash out all them Cuban doctors, dash them out, let it go along the way, right? Just dash them out. Irfan Ali and them didn't get no class, you know. Dash them out. And watch what's going to happen with the healthcare. The healthcare system in Guyana is already broken, damaged, compliments of the PPP regime. But back to this guy, Jermaine Figueroa, also known as a wannabe Che Guevara. I wonder if he understands the history of Che Guevara and all of these revolutionary-minded individuals, these revolutionary folks like Che Guevara and so forth, that he's going to lecture, but times has changed. What is this guy really studying in school, man? I don't know. I might as well get in a boxing match with him. Take these gloves from Magnum, and y'all put me and Jermaine Figueroa in the ring. He ain't gonna even last one round. Bam, zoom. I don't make joke, you know. A serious uppercut. Good night to Jermaine. But Jermaine, you got to understand history, bro. You got to understand history. Not everything you can take your mouth and push it in and lick everything, every vomit for the PPP you want lick. Anyways, back to this 250,000 is man open prostitutes by, according to information. 250,000 allegedly on prostitutes. Turn to your neighbor and say, Ben Shabu wicked. 250,000 for prostitutes. All right, guys, I'm out of here. But before we go, this is boat ride time, man. I might as well. This is a little ad we're running. I know we got to pay we little bills and thing, right? We're running a little little ad here, man. Joylin boat ride, Mother's Day boat ride, Sunday, May 10th. Sunday, May 10th, you got to go out. I ain't even see no number. What going on with this number here? We got to get our number. We got to advertise it properly. Because I going out on this boat ride. I ain't gone on a boat ride for a while, but I'm going on this boat ride. Mother's Day boat ride. Somebody said, Ben Shop, get biscuit chest. This insult, yeah, I like insult me. One of these days, don't worry. All right, my name is Mark Penshap. I'll be back tomorrow. If you see this guy from the ERC, because the ERC gone quiet these days, right? They gone quiet these days. Good night to Norris Witter. If y'all see him, tell him I'm still looking for him to appear on this show, maybe whenever. But for now, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM. By the way, Lindeners, we're praying for you guys too. we'll leave you guys with this. This is the condition of the water. Londoners have to drink, they have to bathe with, they have to cook with as well. And Guyana is supposed to be $1 billion, the fastest growing economy in the world. Look at it.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fear with the citizen. They may want the people speak out.